that. Don't pin it on me.
No, just let her hear something. Okay, but the thing, like I said, questioning things dealing with marijuana, basically, man, like I said, is it something that's beneficial for you? Is it an illegal drug? Yes, it is. People right now can see if they want to turn around and say that, oh, it helps my glaucoma, or I have certain type of cancers, and smoking this up over here, that's nothing. It's like taking a pill and turn around and it nulls and it deadens things and stuff like that, but it's still there. That is an addictive drug, and it's a powerful drug. Yes.
So then, would you disagree with the use of like painkillers if you have something like that?
Well, let's see if we're talking about illegal and legal.
Well, I'm talking legal, but then isn't there some kind of confusion there because it's considered legal by state and government, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's legal by like the scripture, as you're saying.
Well, my thing is,
like,
Paul writes when he told Timothy, he said, drink no more water, but drink a little bit of wine for your stomach ailment and things of that nature, right? They found that there are certain properties of over in wine that's something that helps the body. Some people say that drink 1 glass of wine a day or something, or a week or something like that, because whatever things that's in there. But you're talking about painkillers for what situation?
Well, I'm just saying, say you hurt your leg or something, and then you take Vicodin and it's strong, yeah, but what if you get addicted to it or something like that? Then
that means that you need to turn around and slow that. Anything that becomes an excessive and becomes addictive is a problem. Because now is it the leg still, or do you like to feel the effects of it? That's right. You see, that's what I'm talking about. There's a fine line that you can cross on that right there. The first and foremost, those type of drugs are illegal. We're just talking about still with marijuana. Period. Because look at what it does. Some people say, no, it never kills the brain cells or anything. I said, let's even move from that point. It's an illicit drug that's illegal, and you shouldn't have it in the first place, period. But my thing is this. What do you hold to the absolute? Again, the law, what God teaches about not defiling your body, or let's just let's just feel your fantasy. Let's make you feel good, and the hell what the Bible talks about. This is the book of suggestions. Is that true? Yes.
My mom's recovering from breast cancer, and she's a strict Christian, and she got to a point where she was in extreme pain, but because she was afraid of what she's seen on TV from people becoming addicted from Vicodin and stuff like that, she wouldn't take it in fear of being a bad Christian. Okay.
No.
So she another thing is
prescription drugs and stuff like that. That doesn't have anything to do with it. We're talking about, okay, look, if you take certain drugs like prescription drugs in excess, you take stuff over here to run away from problems that put you in a high type of state, or you're talking about let's legalize marijuana, then what's next? Let's legalize crack, then what's next? Let's legal. If we already see that there's an epidemic going on right now, and we're not even talking about drugs like far as the illicit drugs. Healthcare is bad, financial things are bad, and look what people are doing. They're stealing, people committing suicide, and all kinds of stuff, crazy stuff like that. So here it is, we put crack on the market. How's that going to benefit anybody? Look how bad. If it's hard for a person that's on crack, and look at how long the duration takes for the teeth to fall out, the skin, and everything else, now you make it legal. What do you think they're going to look like then? They're going to get high like crazy, and then what happens? Someone get high, forget it. I'll go shoot somebody.
It's true.
But he was on the legalized drug then. See, there has to be sanctions. There has to be boundaries. There has to be limits.
Same thing with the athletic commission.
Yeah.
They banned you can't do drugs. You can't do painkillers, or else you get caught with these. They drug test you.
I'm glad you brought that point because they do steroids. Steroids are used also in no. They use steroids like with people who have asthma. They help in their lungs and stuff like that. So open up the air sacs so they can turn around and breathe. But then some of the people want to use certain other type of chemical type steroids to turn around and do body enhancements and stuff. And that's illegal. Who was that one the wrestler that was on the roid rage? Yeah, look what happened with him. Look what he did to something in excess.
Killed his whole family, right?
Yeah, he killed his whole family.
Little babies,
now what if you legalize that? Roid rage all up and down the street, buddy. I ain't going to drive. I'm on my 10-speed run.
Hey, think about this too.
Roid raging in, man.
People, they say weed's not bad or whatever, but okay, would you want 16, 17, 18-year-old, it don't matter what the age is, but driving the cars and you're in the car and now you got your little baby and someone hits you in your car and your baby gets killed? I mean, come on, man. That's the same thing as drinking and driving. So if they legalize marijuana, that's, some people might say, well, it's not worse than drinking and driving. Your brain is altered.
I'm trying to find this text.
Wait, but so I'm.
Go, keep talking about.
Well,
I'm
I
trying to
want
find
to
something.
say one thing.
Yeah.
I am totally 100% against smoking marijuana for pleasure. There is a known fact that people that, like cancer patients who can't eat, they have pills that they take.
Yeah.
That's what I was
that
trying to get
helps-
at.
That help bring. That's the only time I would be an advocate
What,
for
marijuana pills?
medical purposes.
Oh, marijuana
People-
pills.
Because when you have cancer,
You can't eat.
You
don't-
can't eat
The
when
you're-
chemotherapy
yeah.
stuff, that would be the
And a
one
lot of
time
people
I would
die that
say
way.
It would be okay.
Uh-huh.
But for them to like, they're making, you can go pay a doctor $150 and buy
Yeah.
a license
Oh,
and
license for marijuana.
go out, and people that, like you say, do it to make themselves, you know,
For
not,
pleasure.
yeah.
But I mean, see, that's where that's dealing with more of an ethical question, and then there's also still there has to be that fine line, because once someone turns around, you have the proponents who turn around and legalize marijuana. Then what's next? So they use that saying, well, if you say it was okay to them, what stops us?
Yeah. Now what's up?
There has to be a line that's drawn.
Right.
In a controlled situation, we already see that they're already doing it in the first place.
Well, they do.
Yeah,
prescription
but
drugs.
the thing is, it's still against the law. Can't change that. What I wanted to do, I wanted to share with you about this. There was an individual who talked to me about some years ago, had the same thing you was talking about. Jesus said it was okay to smoke marijuana. And I was like, I'm serious, man. This guy told me this, man. Turn up over here to, go to John.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, go to John chapter 4. No, not the earth.
Oh, that's when I.
What is it, John what?
John chapter 4.
John 4.
Like I said, I think we kind of swayed a little bit, but yet still, this is good. This is good because, like I said, we're still talking about the different forms of philosophy and things, ways of thinking.
Hey guys, and this is good for you to ask questions because you're never going to know unless you guys
John chapter 4,
start asking questions. That's good.
and we're going to go to verse 9.
John 4, verse 9.
Yeah, this is the time when Jesus was getting ready to feed the 5,000. Things of this nature. Okay, now this person said that Jesus said it was okay to smoke pot. So this is where he got his
What's
information
up,
from
Andrew?
right
Is
here.
it not saying John, right?
Yeah, John 8.
John
Did I say
8.
John 4?
Matthew, Mark, Luke, John.
Oh
right?
no! I'm sorry, man. See my glasses, man. John 6. I'm sorry. That's my thing. Yeah, I gotta turn around and get my bifocals going. Okay.
John 6,
John 6, verse 10.
verse 10.
And Jesus said, "Make the men sit down." Now there was much grass in the place. So the men sat down,
The place.
and the number was about 5,000. They took a modern word, grass.
Grass, okay.
We know grass is that little buzzword, slang word for marijuana, Mary Jane, pot, whatever, stuff like that. So Jesus said to sit down in the grass. He didn't say smoke the grass. If you understand the geographical area, man, it's like a desert area. But here it is. This section up over there, they had grass. It was 5,000 people. So he told them, tell them to sit down in the grass, like that grows in front of your house, not the one that grows in those pots up over there where you got all the mirror, stuff on the window so the police won't see you and stuff like that. But yeah, you see how it is, how people will turn around and misappropriate scripture to fit their own
Happens all the
benefit.
time.
That's what this individual did here. He made something to fit his own benefit. And like I said, this is by God's grace. This is providence that you came up with it. That right there killed me. Because when I was going through and I looked and I was like, my friend told me, he said, well, put the guy on the phone. Let's do a three-way. And I told him, I read that to him and I gave him the same explanation to you guys. I said, God didn't turn around and ordain anybody to smoke marijuana. Find it in the scripture where it says that. Yes.
So to a certain extent, like he was saying, don't you think that's a good reason to, so that everyone uses the same type of Bible, so there's not these confusions?